Obadiah. So I'll load it up real quick and pause it.
You let me know when you want to push play.
Okay. Do I have score? Alright, I'm remembering everything. It took 6 games, but I remembered everything. Alright, I'm at 5 seconds. Ready, set, go. Alright, so we got this new green color thanks to the spring mod. And in the green we have Obadiah playing as the Teutons.
Call this Grello, I guess.
Grello? Yeah, it is a very yellow version of the green. And in the blue we have Ink with 2 villagers that were rubbing faces together, sucking mouth it looked like.
Just bumping into each other.
Yeah. And he's playing as the Vietnamese. So I don't know which of these 2 games we saw. I think this is the second game from Ink, right?
This is the last game of
round
the day,
2,
so
yeah.
Second for and Obadiah.
Round 2 for Ink. So maybe he saw the Vietnamese play from the last game, and he's thinking, oh yeah, Vietnamese is a decent choice. Maybe I won't go Inca no Brew Rush again. It was kind of a messy game for me. Maybe I'll go for Vietnamese and see what I can do. And then Obadiah went for Teutons, which I think is 5 points, right? It's one of our 3 civs that are worth 5 points.
Let me check here. Teutons are 5 points. Yeah, so he's
going all in.
He's trying to go for 5, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he's just more confident against Ink, or because he lost his round 1 game, he's going for trying to make up points by going for a more worth civ or worthwhile or higher point civilization.
Yeah, and I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense to be greedy in this format because if you're 3rd through 6th, I mean, it honestly doesn't matter.
No,
but if
right.
you're 1st or 2nd, I think that's a huge bonus. So.
I mean, yeah, 1st and 2nd are going to be able to get seeded. They won't have to play the first round once you get to phase 2, which is single elimination. And the civ draft won't matter too much. It'll help a little bit to be one of the higher first level civs. You'll be sure to get one of those top civs like Aztecs, Chinese, Khmer, Mayans, Persians. I guess the civ rankings changed a little bit when you don't have Arabia.
I love that you just snuck Malians in right there.
I misread the thing because it's really small font, and I said Mayans. Obadiah is gonna lose a vill for this boar. Oh no, did he place the house foundation? Yeah, but he's gonna be delayed on that boar, and he's just gonna have to take another sheep.
Oh yeah,
because the boar is behind the wood line.
You have to chop that tree down.
Yeah, I don't think you can palisade it though, right?
Yeah, you can. It's a straggler.
You think that's a straggler?
I
think it's part of the forest. The one that's blocking the vill from, or the boar from coming straight back to his town center.
Oh my god, you're right. Why is it?
I don't think it's
straggler it. Oh no, you're looking at something else. I'm looking at ink space.
Oh, I see. They both don't have great boar lures, but yeah, Obadiah was delayed. He almost lost a villager trying to pull the spore in, but he made sure to save it with the house check where he placed the house foundation. Baskets is not a fan of Teutons.
Well, Baskets is...
I'm not either, but I think they're a bit stronger, and in a tournament where points are on the line, I think you can make it worth of it. I think Ink might steal the sheep here. I can't remember what laming rules we have. I know it's our own tournament, but...
sheep are fine. It's just the boars.
It's boars and stragglers, I think?
Yeah.
I mean, laming stragglers is pretty disgraceful in general, so...
It's true. The Teutons are not as good as Malay.
Loab throwing that out there. Teuton Cav Archer.
I didn't even know Teutons got Cav Archers.
I don't think it's a terrible choice, but obviously speed matters a lot for Cav Archers, and Teutons don't get husbandry, so it's not terrific. I mean, I guess they're beefy. Oh, Obadiah running a scout under the town center.
Oh.
That's a rough one. What was he able to see before he lost his scout? Let's look at the Fog of War. He saw the gold, the berries, and the boar wasn't placed in the best location. But that's it. Messy play there from our Teutons player. So what is the build? We only have 3 on wood. Looks like it'll be scouts. Obadiah messing up the quick wall, forced to bring his villager back. So far this Dark Age has been very messy from him. And the scout's just gonna hang out right there by the house. luckily he did have an extra house, so it won't delay his villager production. I think that's kind of why Obadiah or Ink's committing to this so much.
Yeah. So they're both up, I think. Oh, Ink's not quite up.
Yeah, Ink. Does Ink
He
just
dares
not?
end.
Yeah. Oh man, he's just lacking the food. Why is he lacking the food? Did he send to wood too late, or maybe he
Too
had?
early, I don't know.
Maybe it was the villagers that were kissing faces earlier. It just caused too much idle time. So yeah, a bit of a delay there. Maybe like 10-15 seconds of idle time on
Why
a
does
town
the
center.
sheep, that sheep in the top corner there, why does it get to just walk right by a wolf?
And just hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So we're gonna get to see scouts from both, or is this Drush Chef's? I guess it's men-at-arms archers from Ink. Interesting. Going for big walls.
One Vil on gold.
Yeah. Interesting.
6 on. I mean, it could be.
Maybe he's
a
not going
Drush
to commit
FC.
to the men-at-arms? Or he's bringing the extra ones now? Okay. I think it's going to be men-at-arm archers, and he's just going to have to place the archery ranges behind his walls. And he sees Obadiah's up, so he's going to go forward. He knows that Obadiah isn't going to be going for his own fast castle or anything. Obadiah building the stable. Probably wants to delete these palisade walls before the stable's fully up, because after that it's kind of hard to click the palisade walls. Now, I don't think this Drush will be able to do too much work.
I never know when to get horse collar with Teutons. But he's getting it pretty much right away.
I think what Saro told me, if he's still in chat, was don't bother with horse collar Teutons anymore because their farms are so cheap. It doesn't make enough of an impact. I mean, you'll gather faster, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. So maybe we'll see a forward. He sees the stable now. Ink sees the stable, so maybe a forward spear to add to the composition up front.
Yep, he's making a spear. These men-at-arms will, I mean, they'll apply a little bit of pressure, at least force a response here.
Right, right. But maybe just one range archer follow-up? Or no, it looks like he's not even going to bother. I mean, as Vietnamese, you can try to get both of those eco upgrades that just cost food. Obviously, if you wanted to do that, you probably want to drop farms a bit earlier, or commit a bit more to farms. But he's still on gold, so either he's just collecting enough to go up to castle, or he's going to commit to one archery range play.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
They both look like they're going for big booms.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I mean, it could be castle, but now he's getting that second. I think he's going to put a lumber camp over there. Still just waiting on the archery range. There it is. He's got an archery range on the bottom of his base there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
And a range coming out from the Teuton player as well. So
So
that's
yeah,
the thing, you can
go ahead.
look at the farms. This is the thing about Teutons.
Yeah, right.
He's got, how many farmers do we have? Obadiah has 17 people
That's
on
nuts.
food.
That's absolutely nuts. Like, he has to go to gold soon just to be able to have the gold in time for Castle Age, because he's gonna have so much food coming in.
Ink has 10,
Yeah.
you know, and 4 of those were berries a second ago. So
Right, right. And yeah, he's done some good damage to this stable. Bringing the scouts out now, he's gonna have 5 scouts. But what Obadiah's been lacking so far is scouting information, so he's forced to make this archery range, expecting the archers to come out, while he's got his skirm out before Ink even has an archer.
yeah, I mean the skirm makes sense. It might, I mean it's a good counter towards the spears that you assume
Right.
come out, right?
Right.
But and it, I mean, with your wood bonus for the farms, it's not as expensive to you. You can just make skirms for fun.
Yeah, for fun. Do you think... Oh, I was going to say, if Ink commits to that palisade wall, do you think Obadiah would realize there's a gap there in between the stone? I think he would.
I think you would too.
Yeah. One thing
So
that's
is-
different from these players and like the real pros that we see in all the tournaments is like their macro and their economy isn't as smooth. Like Obadiah still has villagers collecting on the far side of the gold pile. His bills on wood look fine, but then you see, like, if you ever watch Viper, he micros all of his villagers to excess in terms of making sure their resource collection is perfect.
Yeah, preparing that wall with the 5 scouts banging on the door. I think if you send the skirms forward, you could actually apply some decent pressure here.
Yeah, I agree. And because Ink is going for more greedy play and he doesn't have as many archers, I guess the archers would be able to stop some of the pressure. 5 archers, but obviously no fletching yet. I don't think he has a blacksmith.
Obadiah getting wheel, and then, I mean, he'll be able to click up
Yeah.
as soon as he wants, really.
It's been smooth. We thought this Teuton player might be up a little bit faster, Obadiah, but he did commit to scout still, so his farms, the food was being used, and then of course the skirms as well. Obadiah does have his blacksmith up, and Ink doesn't have his second building. Fight on the front, scouts and skirms there to clear it up. So now, what are we gonna have? 3 scouts versus 3 scouts and 7 skirms versus 6,
Versus
7
the tower.
archers. Yeah,
Oh yeah, where are those archers at?
they're just still in the archery range.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's chilling.
Stable is gonna be the second building here from Ink,
He's got a blacksmith.
and our Teuton player is up first, which makes sense with the farms. He has a blacksmith?
Yep, next to his archery range. There's a house.
Oh, you're right. Oh, is my blacksmith key not working? I guess it's not? I have to check that after the game.
Fletching coming in to help those skirms for Obadiah.
Oh, I think the patch changed my keys. Alright, I'm gonna have to go figure that out after the game. Or maybe switching back and forth from the beta, switch my keys around.
Luckily, we don't have to do that ever again.
Yeah,
so.
hopefully, as long as there's not another patch.
No one, yeah, well, if that happens, we'll just, I don't know.
Gonna force
Cross that
another
bridge, yeah.
another house, but this house isn't gonna get too much HP on it before. I guess the skirms are slow. As long as Obadiah or Ink keeps clicking furiously, he should be good. So he's gonna go 2 range stable. Can Obadiah see that? He can see 1 stable, and he sees the villagers building something else, but he's gonna be in.
Yeah. It's gonna be in, the first armor's coming in for the...
Oh, okay. That
Cavalry for
that
Ink.
house is gonna be okay. Yeah, both of them are
skirms
getting
just
it.
don't do enough damage, I don't think.
Yeah. Do they have fletching? He do, yeah, they do have fletching.
Obadiah has fletching, yeah.
Yeah. And Ink, I guess we can't tell unless we look at tech tree. And both are gonna have, what's it called? Bloodlines. Do you ever think that bloodlines should have been called stirrups? Because I think stirrups had a bigger impact on cavalry play.
I feel like stirrups would be better for husbandry. No.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
Make it a little bit faster.
Ink's still scouting.
So maybe husbandry should be bloodlines.
Yeah, maybe. We'll try not to confuse too many people.
Yeah.
Ink's still scouting. He's scouted the entire right side of the of the map. I don't know. Do you think he's on auto scout? Let's check. I don't think so. I think the scouting's too good.
Yeah.
No,
That sheep has migrated its way to the top corner.
Yeah. And it's just still in there now. So we got knights and scouts and quite a few elite skirms. That's a very dangerous army. And being this early, this army this early into Castle
man.
Age.
What's the response going to be right here?
Um,
Battle elephants.
Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case. You know, in defense, it's not terrible. And there's not that many knights. There's no spears for... And yeah, 2 battle elephants pushed them all the way away. I guess battle elephants and archers. The archers are still hanging out. Now they're crossbows.
Crossbows, yeah.
No ballistics in yet. Just a
Look at
few
those
battle
elephants
elephants.
just guarding that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Gate.
It's actually quite good. Obadiah has committed quite a bit military here. Obviously, he has 2 town centers up. If we look at Vil count, Obadiah's ahead by 3. And I think Ink's probably wants a town center, yeah, on his Fort Gold.
Yeah. Obadiah with the immediate right reaction, dropping a monastery.
Yeah. Teuton monks gonna be able to do a really good job against the slow elephants, and this crossbow could try to pick off the monks, but it's going to be a tough one.
They're going to heal from so far away, too.
Right, yeah, I forgot about that other bonus that Teutons have. Look at all these houses just to wall off this area between the two wood lines.
Yep, you're going to build them anyway.
And a market as well from Obadiah. His eco looks pretty standard, so I think it's
Ink's
just
using all his res too. They're both doing a really good job spinning down.
So very even match so far, I'd say. I like Obadiah's composition a bit more, and his Teuton Boom's going to be stronger, I think. But it'll probably just come down to the military.
I kind of like Ink's composition more, honestly.
Yeah, it's gold heavy.
I think the game, it is gold heavy. I think the game is falling into Obadiah's like plan. He wants to boom and chill, right?
Right.
He's gonna boom. He's gonna boom better.
3 town centers. And oh, maybe that market's to buy stone if he wants to put down 4 town centers. Like with monk and skirmisher defense, you would be able to, I think, 4 TC boom, and have the eco or the economy advantage going into imp. Because Teutons are kind of, you know, an expensive civilization to keep up all the knight army. They generally need a larger knight army. So here's the fight going down.
Let's see what happens here. So
the
in
monks,
this fight,
perfect timing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like the Teuton army in this one.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, but I
with some
can
more
commit
elephants,
now.
but that monk is gonna.
Right, there's 2 monks. And it was fighting under that town center. Town center was very well timed.
And if they get 2 conversions, that's almost. I mean, it's bad.
Dude, this battle elephant's tanky. That's a lot of knights hitting him.
Oh, dude, they're beasts.
Yeah. 270 HP versus 120. Twice the HP as a knight. 12 attack versus 10 plus 1.
Yeah, he got 2 monks. They're gonna heal him from like a mile away.
Yeah. Right. Keep his skirms up.
Here comes the siege workshop. He's gonna pressure him right now. I wonder if we'll see the 6 or 7 mangonel
From
attack that we do from
Cito.
Cito.
Yeah, that'd be nice to watch. And then a 10-ville lead for Obadiah as well. Not quite 10-ville lead. KD is strongly in his favor after that last fight as well. So everything's looking at Obadiah right now.
It's looking pretty rough for Vietnamese today.
Right? Yeah. I mean, they are. Maybe our ranking was correct. People estimated that they'd be stronger, but maybe we're the pro players.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it's something about who the kind of players who pick Vietnamese. They're trying to get more points. They're going for the riskier plays because they're hoping they'll just get 1 or 2 victories. They might not consider themselves the best and won't be able to get consistent victories.
Yeah, having said that though, Obadiah going with the 5 pointer here.
Yeah, right. True. There is more riskier than Vietnamese possible. I don't know, maybe we'll see more Teutons in round 3 and 4. So far they seem pretty strong, especially when this version of Arabia is a bit more closed maybe. So far all players have been going for pretty early walls, it seems like. I think Dragonstar's the exception there, who hasn't been going for walls, and it hasn't been working out too well for him.
So, having said that, I mean, Ink's got a decent base here of knights and elephants.
Right.
It is very good.
I think the knights is nice transition. Faster than the elephants. Like, the elephants aren't even in the fight before they get converted. The archers underneath the town center where the Mangdals are already firing is not a solid positioning.
Oh man.
And there's a GG. That was a somewhat quick one. Very interesting one.
Yeah, it's the first time we actually saw a GG. At least I did anyway.
Right, before the game just stopped.
Yeah, so. Well,
yeah. Didn't it used to say, like, you've been defeated or something, depending on whose view you were on? Maybe I wasn't on anyone's view, and that's why I didn't see that banner screen
yeah,
come
I
up.
thought so too.
Maybe that's one of the new spectating features. But that's nice. Let me go into statistics real quick.
It's a
Yeah,
good game.
it's
I was
pretty good.
with the pressure. I think the Teuton player got some solid map control with the skirms and scouts into knights.
Mhm.
Um, and then I feel like Ink was just kind of behind. So
Yeah.
I think the eco for the Teutons is a little underrated.
I didn't really like Ink's transition. It seemed like he had some mismanagement somewhere because it didn't seem like he had the food that you'd expect him to have
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, I agree.
But I thought the idea of going man-at-arms into one-range archer blacksmith was the right play for this
For sure.
situation.
Yeah. I think it's just a little hard against the Teutons because they can make those skirms
Yeah.
pretty easily because they have the farms to do it.
Yeah, I think the transition might have just been late from Ink. He went too heavy into farms early, even though it didn't seem to pay off. And I don't know what eco upgrades, if he had his eco upgrades or not. Because that is
Good games today, though.
Yeah,
We
for
had
sure.
some really good games.
I'm happy with all of them. None of them are blowouts. It seems like we chose the right players for the tournament.
Yeah, let me update the scores here. I think we do have a clear,
Lead.
I guess, guy ahead right now. Yeah.
I think I can guess who that is. But I'll bring the scores up in just a moment. Just going through all the stats, and you can see that just off of feudal, Obadiah was just creeping up in score lead throughout the game. Even though he lost his scout early, that's one thing to point out. Just ran it right into the town center, but after that he played really well. Maybe he was prepared. Do you think he was prepared?
Yeah, for sure. I think Obadiah was prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ink was too. I think Ink plays Vietnamese a little bit more than people typically play Teutons. So he probably felt like he was just he'll be fine. And we saw his preparation for the Inca game, right? He was ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, good games though. I think we have the right people. I think it's a cool. If you pull up the scores, I think we have a pretty cool view of the choices too.
How do I zoom in on this?
I think if you hold control and you can mouse.
Oh, there we go. Got it. So yeah, we see the points that each player won, and then we have this beautiful graph Brohio made of the point lead. So every player has points except for Dragonstar, who doesn't like walling. You think that's that's a indication that you need a wall? Maybe.
Well, I think in these in this map, like you said, is a little bit more closed.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a little bit easier. And he had a terrible map that one.
That's true.
That one game.
Yeah. He's not.
I think he tried to wall it, and it was like walled to a stone. It was
Yeah.
Actually, he had two pretty bad maps.
Yeah,
one map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best maps so far have been from Cammy, and he was able to win with one of them, right? He won against he won against Dragonstar, and then he lost against Ganji.
Yeah. So this is I like this because Ganji played it safe, right? His win against Kami, he only bet a 2-point game.
Yeah.
Obadiah bet 5.
Right.
His win resulted to him he's a whole win ahead of
right.
Ganji
Yeah,
right now,
so to speak.
even though they're the same. Yeah, they've both won one game. Yeah, I think Sito could do a couple things. He's got 3 more games. He could play it safe, right?
Just go for like 2-point civs, you think?
Exactly, even 1-point civs, because he could play defensively now and rest on his lead. Especially if he plays Obadiah, he may want to, which it looks like he doesn't play Obadiah. Oh, he already did. Yeah, he already played Obadiah, so he doesn't have that luxury anymore.
Right, but like if I'm trying to find out where to put these. Maybe he plays Dragonstar last week. So since Dragonstar hasn't been a very dominant player, might just be because of maps, he could decide to go for a riskier civ against Dragonstar.
Yeah. He could go Portuguese and try to really just confirm his dominance. His dominance.
And we haven't
then
decided
have it backfire.
We haven't decided if we're gonna switch the point total of Kumans yet either. based off the
Yeah.
rebuff. We'll have to check that out. I guess we should probably
Yeah.
decide today. We'll do that
Yeah.
after the stream.